Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Sunday night of the sixth week of the ARMA Team League. Whoop, that is not the right slide to turn down. So yeah, Veggie here with you again, and Cheese, who will be doing a little bit more backseaty stuff tonight, as he'll be managing all the games and everything, as I'm sure you guys have seen in Discord. But we're good to start here. I will bring us into the stat screen as always. So, yeah, more or less as we said at the end of the last night, the top 8 sort of opened up a little bit more with how the game sort of ended up last night. So, you know, whereas we had one sort of team that was at the, you know, in 8th and they were a bit below the rest of the teams, now there's a much wider spread from like, say like 5th down to 9th even. So it's interesting, even 4th down to 9th. So at least immediately all those teams will be jockeying for the top 8 spots tonight. But speaking of tonight, yeah, we have 3 games for you. We'll be watching game 2, then game 1, then game 3. Yes. So all the games seem to have started on time, so I will load up the table for us now. And we'll get underway. So this first table will be featuring Crimson Wanderers, the FA Agents, Junkan Sumo, and Tanyao Sensation. So we'll be looking to see big results from the FA Agents and Junkan Sumo naturally. And then we had a last minute substitution, so instead of seeing Zhobul for the FA Agents, we'll be seeing... what are we calling this?
Looks like we'll have to do a restart.
Are we gonna restart?
Seems like there's a, I don't know, issue with Tenho. Apparently the discard time is 2 seconds.
Oh, weird. Alright, bear with us. Tenho having its standard freaking technical issues that it likes to have randomly. This will give you time to fix up the overlay as it is, so that's fine. And yeah, we'll be calling the FA agents by their Discord name. I'm assuming it'd be easily, so we'll go by Negligence. And yeah, we'll just be doing a restart. So bear with us. That's weird.
Yeah, I've never ever seen that happen before. I have no idea how to fix this. Let me just try and...
I'll bring us back over here. While you're working on that, I'll talk through what we got going on for the games tonight. So obviously in the first table we have Real Lord, who we saw last week, rack up that amazing 122 point game, over 100k sticks on the table. So it'll be great to see them back in action for Junkan Sumo. This will also be the first time I've watched Negligence, I'm almost positive. I think in general for the FA Agents, I seem to have watched the same couple players up until now, so it'll be good to get someone new on the table. In the first game, I believe we've seen everybody in the first table at this point. Tenchi we've seen once, Papanada, Aset, and Abraham. I think we've seen one of Abraham's games.
I think we haven't seen Abraham or Champon's player.
Sure, okay.
Maybe like after a previous game had finished, but not...
Oh, sure, not live. Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, like first up. Okay, yeah, sure. So that'll be another good to see a couple new players there. And then lastly, on the last table, Reika, Rariel, Nosti, and FZS. Again, I've definitely seen these 4 people on stream this season. We definitely watched one of Nosti's games. It might be the first time I've watched the Rariel game from the start.
Let me have a look. We've watched one of Rariel's, one of Nosti's.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So, again, we do try to balance it so we do get everybody onto the stream at least once. Which I believe Cheese keeps track of that meticulously. So if you haven't been seen up till now, don't fret. We will do our best to get you onto stream. I know there's a couple of names. I was browsing the list to support the stream while I was eating my dinner, and so there are a couple of names on there that we haven't seen yet, but we'll no doubt get to you at some point. We've still got 2 more weeks left, 10 more Hanchans to watch, so plenty of time. I wonder if it's just the tournament lobby. I haven't seen anywhere else complaining about Tenho bugs immediately. Let me have a quick look at the old Twitter. Because I follow a couple pros on there, so... Imagine if there was a problem, there'd be a tag going, or... At least you'd see someone mentioning it. But nothing immediately in the last hour. At least from the people that I follow. It would have been Nasty, Mappers, Sparrow. No, sorry. Anweisal, Mappers, Sparrow, Shilpio. Typhon, Ezra, Gwills, Nasty. Yeah. So what was it on, like 220 or something? 210? Nasty's saying the timer was fine. But Gwills was saying that he was on 2, so that's the same table. So it looks like it wasn't for everybody. Yeah, we had, so let me just go through this. So we had Mappers from table 1. We had Raven, who I believe is Wheelord, from table 2, and we had Ghouls from table 3, Ezra from table 3, but Nasty from table 3 said it was fine, so... And naturally, we don't have everybody checking Discord during the middle of a game, so they might not be aware that something's happening. All right, I'll pop the stream on here for a quick break. Give us a couple minutes. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back as soon as this is all fixed. Because yeah, for right now, there's just not much happening while we're trying to get the games going. So we'll be back in a couple minutes. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty, just jumping back in here. So for anyone who is watching who isn't in the Discord or hasn't checked the Discord, looks like we're running into some bug. It could be with the web client itself causing a fast timer for certain players but not others, or it could be something to do with tournament lobbies. Either way, we're going to reschedule the 8 PM games. And then we will try to get the 9 PM games going instead at 9 PM. So we're going to take a bit of an extended break. We'll be back closer to 9 PM. So I'll leave the stream running, but we'll be back in about 30 minutes or so.
좀.
Does desktop work on mobile? Probably right.
I think so. All right. We are hopefully back. We're going to be at least attempting to get the 9 p.m. games going. Working on the /4 lobby instead of having players on /3 or /4 and so on and so forth. So we'll be watching game 1 as long as everything's working correctly, which will have the teams Itsu Anko, Ichi Fingers, Urasamba Beta, and Shanpon over here on the left, with Abraham, Esfet, Bapanada, and Tenchi respectively. So we're just going to be getting all the players on and ready. I think we're still waiting to hear back from one player.
No, I think he said he's happy.
Oh,
He just didn't
good.
react to it.
Oh, he just didn't react. Okay, excellent. Okay. So yeah, this is the best we can do at this stage. And if this doesn't work, we'll have to look. Well, at this stage, we're looking to reschedule the week's worth of games. Oh, sorry, well, this is specific night's worth of games, rather. Yeah, so we're just waiting for the players. So Dixie Dan, so the matches will typically take roughly about 40 minutes each. It's dependent on the pace of the players and exactly how fast the hands go and stuff like that. Like last night, we had a game that went for just over an hour, but you can sometimes see games that go for 20 minutes. It's very dependent on, yeah, many different factors, but usually about 40 to 50 minutes is what we see on average. And okay, we're just waiting on one player to get into the lobby who disconnected out. And we'll be getting underway, hopefully. So we were meant to be watching 3 games tonight. The first game we ran into that bug, and by the time we'd sort of narrowed down what was causing the issue, but 30 minutes had passed, so we're going to have reschedule that game at minimum. So we will have 2 more games tonight, provided everything goes well. I did attempt to contact the developer of Tenho to see if they were aware of something that might be causing a specific bug, but they did not respond to me, so that's that. I imagine he's busy doing Sunoda things. But Cheese has started the games. So I'm just waiting for them to actually pop up here to jump into. Also, just watching on the Discord, if there's any issues, I'm sure the players will let us know immediately. But it did seem that the players who were playing on the 4 lobby did not run into the bug. Yeah, so at this stage, we'd expect the stream to end in about 2 hours' time. So yeah, about 120 minutes. We watch the games, and then we will usually try and do an interview with the player who won, as long as they're happy to have an interview. But obviously, if games run longer, then sometimes the stream goes longer. Oh, I did get a reply. My phone's about to die though. Oh, yeah, I can put a noise filter on. I did try and watch back some of the stream yesterday, but yeah, I don't always catch everything. I also just been trying to tweak the volumes in general to keep it lowish. Failed to start game. We have here.
No, it was just.
We're good? Okay.
Yeah.
And we're still waiting on our game to start, it looks like. Okay, I tried to put a filter on it, and I also tried to tweak the volume a little bit more. If it's too difficult, I'll just mute the volume, which is what I was doing a couple of weeks ago anyway. In fact, you know, I'll just go muted anyway. That's just easier. I need to get myself a mixer so I can actually properly monitor this stuff instead of having to, you know, rely on VODs and things like that.
I hope it wasn't me.
Hmm.
I hope that whistle sound wasn't from my
No, I
head.
don't believe so. I don't believe so. Okay. there
Nah,
we
it
go.
might have been.
Well, we don't have any. We don't have any messages of issues, so that seems to be going well. Radio. So let me update the overlay with the correct seating.
And I guess I will start pinging the 10 p.m. game people.
Yeah, give it a go. It's Unco. Radio. Excellent. Okay. Yeah, in the past, okay, I used to do a lot of streaming, and I kind of just winged it back then when I didn't run any audio. Did I not? Is this delayed? No, we're good. Okay, we're good.
Oh, good.
The
Everything's being a disaster.
the preview on YouTube got laggy or something at some point. It was like 20 minutes behind, and I thought I hadn't updated the scenes. But yeah, so as I said sort of earlier, for those who didn't catch it, so this will be the first game I think we're watching with Abraham and Tenchi from the get-go. Tenchi being the player for Champon there. At least that's how you'd read it in Japanese. And then obviously we saw a set last week, and we've seen Bapanada I think once or twice this season, and a couple times last season as well. But in terms of the teams that we're watching, we're looking for a big game out of Champon and Urasan, but better specifically to the bottom two. But Urasan's just a little bit behind it to Hanko, obviously. So, basically all three of them. And Riichi Fingers, obviously, we're expecting them to continue their winning ways and continue the dominance at the head of the table. Now, what did Sonoda message back to me? So Sonoda said thanks and that he's going to revert to the previous version.
Well, maybe we can check again before next weekend.
Yeah.
But I think just to be safe, it'll be good to just run it on /4 for tonight.
Yeah, I think so. We expect dominance. Well, as Svet managed to do well with Real Lord going on their rampage last week. So hopefully they can show us a strong first here instead of having somebody, clean out the table for over 100,000 points. Alright, game should be starting any minute now. So, bit of a delayed start for us. We're an hour into the stream and we're only getting to the first game now. And here we go. And the Svet starting hand leaves a little bit to be desired. Got we've got an East, we've got a Haku, we've got Dora, but nothing's really connecting with each other apart from the one completed Mentsu.
Interesting hand for Abraham with that 4-so discard. I think he's highing for that Chanta with a pair of Norths and West.
Yeah, it seems to be a pretty big committal to the Chanta early on. With the 1-2-3 Pinzu shape, with the Dora included, obviously, decent chance to pick up a okay value Chanta hand if you manage to find what you need.
Pretty good hand for Bapanada as well. Some completed sets, and completes another one right now, is Ishan 10, Kutsuki on the 3-man 7-so.
Yeah. Bapanada, I think, will be most likely our first 10 pie. Or an extra door pickup for Abraham will make that hand a little bit awkward to work with, potentially. Obviously, the North pair is their seed as well, so they can just open. And yep, here we go. First Riichi from Bapanada. Waiting on the 5-8 so, which is still 5 left in the wall.
Yeah, did manage to pick up the nice 2-sided weight.
Yes, so Riichi, Pinfu, no Dora, unfortunately, unless they manage to find, or no, Arca red 5 so's in a set's hand, so not finding that.
We'll see how much Estet wants to fight for this dealership. Currently Ishan 10. Oh, that doesn't matter because Bapanada's the most. Utsuma Pinfu, nice Uradora.
Nice Uradora, really bumps up the value of the hand. And takes us into a quick East 2, starting with Tenchi on the right. Aka in the Pinzu, with the shapes all around, not terrible to work with. That's a nice find as well. The Aka 5-so will slip in very nicely.
Yep, hoping to maybe pick up a Dora as well, connecting to that 3-man.
Yes.
That will also do.
Yep, that's perfectly acceptable. And Bapanada, another pretty nice hand to start with. A little bit of work to go to get to as quick of a tempo, but more than doable if you find the right tiles.
Is Ishan 10 right now? Not the best Ishan 10, but it is Ishan 10.
It is the Shantan. Abraham as well. Decent starting shapes. Potential for Ipeka if you find exactly the right tiles. That's a good find too.
That's an upgrade.
It's a better Shantan.
And Ishan 10 for Estet here as well. Will they drop like a 9-man and try and move towards a Tanyao? I think that's what they're thinking about right now.
The Manzu shape.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that 6-man draw.
That's
gives
perfect.
Bapanada 10 pie. Does get the Pinfu as well.
Exactly, yeah.
Going
Great
on the
find.
2-5 pin.
2-5 pin.
2 left.
Yeah, 2 left. 2 5-pins, specifically. For Riichi, Pinfu, Dora this time around. Bapanada poised to perhaps take a significant early lead in the Hanchan. Disconnect from Tenchi.
Hopefully they can get back in time. I think Abraham's thinking...
Abraham's thinking, or at least giving them a bit of time as well. It's
I'd like drop the 1-so for now and then push the 7-so if he gets the 10-pie.
1-so is one chance. No, it's no chance.
There's no chance.
So yeah, you'd probably have to push the 7-so anyway. This elects
Maybe he doesn't want to push the 7-so, so elects to fold.
Yeah. Does seem to be folding from here. Taking the safer route.
Oh, the Aka
Oh.
5-pin comes out from Tenchi. Going for that max efficiency, but
Yep.
dealing in. And the Aka really hurts because it bumps it up to a manga.
To a Mangan, yep.
Oh, and there's a 5-pin in the Uridora indicator.
Oh. So that was the last 5-pin. Oh no, the second last 5-pin.
Nah, I think that was normal, yeah.
There was one more left in the wall. So yeah, now Bapanada now 38,000 points, 2 hands in. Very strong start for them. This hand again for them is not the worst starting hand you can get. Does have again some shapes to fill, but as long as you can find them, and it's not a problem, and it hasn't proven to be a problem. But Abraham's hand is looking really good as well.
Yep. Lots to build off of.
Yep. A lot of tile acceptance for Abraham. A Svet here, discarding Sozo tiles early, might be pivoting towards a Hanitsu if they can draw enough Pinzu tiles or call.
Yeah, I think so. Tenchi passing the first ton, but the second one is offered right afterwards.
So, not forced to take, but definitely feels like you want to take it at that point. Tenchi. That's a great find.
That's
6
a nice 6 draw. Ishan 10.
Ishantan hoping to make use of all the Dora in their hand if they can, I imagine. So we're looking for a free man. Yeah, set opening with the west, which is their seat wind, giving the guaranteed Yaku. At the very least, now if you want to pivot into a more regular hand, you do have that option.
Yeah, I think now that we're getting into the second row, might be a bit hard to go for that Honetsu. Unlucky backfire on that second Hatsu.
Yeah. Oh, Bapanada.
Ishan 10 for Bapanada.
Yep. Great find for them. Filling
Oh,
in
if the 6-man comes out, yeah, Tenchi does. Oh.
Choosing not to take it.
Misclick?
Maybe, could be. The calls were
Can't
on.
imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, the calls were on because you saw a little bit of a pause. So maybe missing that it would give Tempai. Abraham's hand has also just refused to come together.
Still Tushan 10. But again, can still accept a lot of tiles.
Yeah, still.
Actually, Ishan 10 now.
Yeah, with the 9-man. It's not a great. You lose the Tanyao that was there. And now Dora feels a little bit scary here. Obviously, Tenchi hasn't thrown away any Manzu tiles yet with the East Pawn on the board.
Nice Aka 5 so for Bapana.
Yep, that can fit into the hand pretty easily.
Oh, and I said that Estet might not be able to go for that Honetsu going to the second row, but does manage to get to Ishan 10 now. Unfortunately needs a 2-pin, which we can see 3 on the board already.
Yeah, and Tenchi finding Tempai waiting now on that 6-man that was offered earlier, which there is 1 left in the wall. And other players will be a bit wary of the Manzu tiles, especially with the 1-2-3 man chi. And there's the last 6-man.
Oh, I think that's gonna come out. Or is it just like you said that everyone will be scared to throw Mansu?
Not scared enough.
Yeah, I think the hand was too good with Tudora and like a pin for Riichi.
Yeah, I think
Ishan
so. So, Bapanada giving back some of the points to Tenchi, but still with a 10,000 point lead into East 4, where we sit with Abraham with a pretty awkward starting hand. The acceptance isn't too bad, but nothing really to work with starting apart from the one Dora. And
Meanwhile,
speaking of Dora,
Estet already has all 3 Arca.
a set with all 3 Arca, and apart from, well, there you go. That's that solved. So they can now pretty much use all of them. We'll need a little bit of finessing to work the Sozo correctly, but
We'll see if they decide to call any tiles for Tanyao.
I would really like to see some call. Probably, if you haven't got anything by the start of the second row, I would like to see an open just to make sure you cash in on the Fruit Aura.
I would personally greed for like the Hanuman, Baiman.
Yeah.
Unless I get offered the 4 pin. But I
Just
think
to
he
confirm
might
the Tanya,
take
yeah.
it. I think he might take it, yeah. But you can chuck the 3 and 2 now. So 6 was actually also a really good tile to get.
Yeah, it helps that Sozo shape, which was a little bit difficult to work with. Drawing tiles naturally that would fit into that and actually complete shapes would be a little bit slow unless you find exactly what you need straight away.
Looking at the other players, they're not quite catching up to Estet quite yet. Though that 4-pin draw for Bapanada puts him into Ishan 10.
Yep.
Does manage to fill that Hanchans, so Roundman, and Ishanpon.
Tenpai now for a set. 2 man. Both 5 mans are in Tenchi's hands for now, but both 2-Sos are still live. 5 man is a bit loose in Tenchi's hand.
Ishan 10 for Abraham now.
Abraham quietly building what could be a very expensive hand, which is diffused. Tanya Dora free, as you said. Pretty much.
Easy manga.
Yeah, easy Mangan. Pretty much exactly where we're expecting that hand to go.
Wakes up with another 2 Arca here. And can pivot towards the Tanya once again.
Yeah. So yeah, straight into South round. 15 minutes into the match here. Svet, first of all, again with Riichi fingers, doesn't have too much to play for right now, apart from keeping the lead. But that being said, again, the points do carry over, so you want to grab as many as you can because eventually you will lose half of them. And good hand to start with, but Tenchi catching up. Good Pinzu shapes, completed the Sozo with the Kanchan fill there.
Yeah, Ishan 10, no value to speak of unless they can draw the 1 so I guess. And look towards the 1, 2, 3 Sanshoku.
Yeah, probably definitely in the back of the mind. If you can find a 1 so, then you can shift the whole hand. Would drastically bump up the value. The West Wind Dora is obviously a little bit difficult to work into hands unless you can find a pair.
Yep, they could drop the 8-pin if they do draw a Dora and still get Tenpai.
Yeah. That being said, yeah, the West Wind is still 3 left in the wall, so decent chance at some point someone's going to find another one pretty soon. And yeah, that was the offer for Bapanada to open their hand for a Tanyao. Would have to
Probably not with that 789 though.
Yeah, we'd have to work around the 789 shape and fix that up. So rejected for now. And yeah, Abraham just hasn't really had a lot to work with so far this Hanchan. Holding on to all the Dragon Tiles for now.
Yeah, one of each of the Hatsu and Chun's already been cut.
Third pair for Bapanada. Slimming it down to the 3-5-7 shape there. And the Svet
Oh, is that not calling?
Yeah, pausing on the 5 pin pawn. Jesus. But yeah, ultimately deciding not to take it.
Oh, 3-man is
3-man.
Tenpai for Tenchi.
Yeah.
Does take the 7-8 pin weight. Which there is 4 left.
4 left. 1-8 pin, 3-7 pins. Which would just be Riichi only, unfortunately. But you always have that chance of an Ura for free. Ura free.
Or 3.
1 5-pin left.
Papanada breaking apart his hand. 7 pin for Abraham. He can just drop a Hatsu, which is safe now.
Goes with the 6-man. Still has the chance of a Shosangan technically, but would almost definitely be forced to deal in pushing that.
It might be just fully folding, so that if... Oh, okay, never mind then. I was gonna say it might be fully folding, so that if someone else Riichis, let's say Papanada,
Yeah.
that you have a completely safe tile instead of the 6-man.
Yeah. That's what I was perhaps thinking of also, but yeah, the call wants to try and not fall off the pace too much, I guess.
3-pin chief for Estet. They have to get rid of one of their blocks.
Yeah.
Choose the 8-man.
Choose the 8-man.
1 chance on the 6-man. Oh, and does get Tenpai. 5-7 pin. 1 of each.
Yes, 1 of each left. So the 7-pin would cause head bump. 9-pin also is decidedly not safe. There's the last 5-pin though. Tanya Akadora 2 results in a nice win for a set.
Yep.
And this hand can also potentially grab another quick win. Just looking around the table.
Nice 6-pin draw for Tenchi there. Has 3 roundmen, so pretty easy hand to play there.
Yeah, pretty straightforward for Tenchi. There's an extra
Oh,
pair.
could even pick up Panyao.
Yep. Abraham here has a nice hand if I can get it to Tenpai, but I feel like it's going to be a bit too slow based on how the other hands are looking here. Akadora, 1 6-man, but just the shapes and the extra dragon tiles will potentially slow the hand down a bit too much.
Yeah. Bit of a pause here. Maybe thinking of either chucking the 1-2 or a dragon.
Hopefully.
Or spectator lag? No.
Yeah. You never know for sure. It's always a little bit nerve-wracking.
Oh, does pick up a pair of churns, but Bapanana has the other pair.
Yeah. Mochi on the tunes. Unless someone decides to throw them to speed up the hand elsewise, might see those just get locked away.
Bapanana might, if he draws a 4-pin, go for Tanyao. Not Tanyao, Pinfu.
Yeah. It's a possibility.
And Tenchi does pivot towards that Tanyao.
Yeah, as expected. It's just basically free value. As long as you can find the Forcer.
Ooh, a Estet moving towards the Chinitsu.
Chinitsu,
Quite a
yeah.
large Ishanten here.
Yep, having discarded no pins utilities yet as well. Decent chance at this.
And there's a lonely 5-pin in Abraham's hand, which might come out.
Yeah. Papanada pausing on the 3-pin there. Would connect to the 4-pin, but I don't think this 8-pin does anything. But it does give you this another pins
I think
utile.
it does increase your Ishanten even more. I think every
yeah.
pin do except the 1 pin is Tenpai. Is this Tenpai? Yeah, this is technically Tenpai.
On
Either the
the
4
Yeah.
on the 5 or 7 pin Kanchan.
But with a call, you have to find it. How good is
Oh, no,
this?
you can also win on 2 5-pin actually. Yeah.
Yeah, does wait on 2-5. And there is a lonely 5-pin there in Svet's hand. Sorry, in Abraham's
Abraham.
hand.
Yeah.
And dealer Chinitsu potential here. We are just waiting on the 5-pins. 1 left in the wall. The uncut.
Diamond.
Diamond Khan, sorry. That's interesting. And that is the green dragon is the new Dora tile, which is already free discarded, so not going to play an impact unless someone can reach you.
Tenpai for Tenchi, but no Yaku, unfortunately.
Yeah, the Diamond Khan has made the hand a little bit awkward to play. Interesting decision.
Babanada been stuck in Ishanten since the first row.
Yeah, painful.
Oh, just as I say that, get Tenpai.
We'll have to push the 4-pin, but does.
Riichi's, at the moment it's just Riichi only, but they do have access to 2 Auroras. Pawn by Estet.
Changes the 4-7 pin.
Does pick up Tanyao, so now their hands are Hanuman.
Dealer Hanuman potential here would blow the game wide open.
Oh, it does immediately Tsumo for that 6k all.
I need a
Was one of each
1 second.
left. Oh, good. Was one of each left in the wall. It's a nice call there from Estet. Nice Tsumo. And Riichi fingers running that luck even further. They're going for that plus 1000 before the cutoff. So another repeat for Estet. Does have 2 Dora and some decent shapes to build off of. West was offered to Bapanada, but not taking it. Their hand wasn't that great. With that 3-man draw, it's slightly better.
Yeah, interesting start to this this hand for sure.
2 Shanten here for Abraham. Should just chuck the east.
Yeah,
Go for some sort of pin for maybe Tanyao.
Abraham and Tenchi here are in a bit of a need for big hands and soon. They both obviously had their dealerships left, but can't always rely on those.
Yeah, at the moment, it's really a 5 per second right now, unless someone else goes on a dealer tear.
Mm. Yep. The
4-pin anchor
Forbidden Anchor.
for Abraham. Really wide Ishanten here. But would have to drop a Dora.
Yeah, it's unfortunate
on
the
the
way that's
Templar.
worked out. Would have to give up at least one of them. We could just draw into a Suanko Tanki situation. Does find a 6-man though, that's
Templar.
great.
So probably cut the Arca, because if you can draw another 6-pin, that'll be an extra hand.
Yep, and does
So
do so.
Riichi, Tanyao, Dora 1.
Tanya Dora 1. Waiting on the 5-pin, 6-pin. Which did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 left in the
3
wall.
left. Oh, but about Zimmers.
Pots.
Riichi Potts, Zimmer, Tanya, Dora. Uru would be massive, but does not get it.
There were. He pots with 6-pin would be massive. That's crazy.
Or Patsu Aka 5-pin.
Yeah.
You actually got the worst out of the 3 possible tiles.
But that's a great Mongon pickup for Abraham. Does bring him back up to 20,000 points. Well, in the fight for second. 3-pin find here. Good start.
Yeah, and pretty bad for Tenchi. Is 14k behind third and is their last dealership at the moment.
Yeah.
So they don't have that bad of a hand to work with.
No, this
They
is
can definitely fight back.
This is definitely a workable starting hand. Abraham pausing again. Throws the west. Yeah, this is definitely workable for Tenchi, this hand. Can't really open, but does have, you know, Dora acceptance, it's pin through chances. So we're hoping that they can find something, but Bapanada's hand is also quite quick here. With the Arkadora holding on to the 8 Sodora for now as well, hoping to connect something to it.
Estet also in Ishan 10 with 1 Dora.
Yeah.
Would have liked to see them keep that 3, so there's a lot of flexibility with that tile, even though it looks useless at the moment. If you draw like a 1 or 2 so, you can go for an Itsu. If you draw a 4-man, then maybe if you get a 4 so, you can pick up Tanya and Zanshoku.
Yeah.
But elects to keep the safe churn in case someone reaches.
It's a decision I guess you have to make with a hand like this early on, whether you want to go for the efficiency like the 4-man, as you said, being drawn now.
They are now Ryanman Nishanten for Pinfu Dora 1.
Yeah. So that's the upside. You give up the potential for a value increase later for the quicker speed. And with 52,000 points and with Itsuanko already being in first, not Itsuanko, Riichi fingers, guess you're not too fast. You've secured a lot of points for your team again. If you can just clutch out this victory, just end the game. Don't let Tenchi or get back into the hand, or any other players try and catch up.
Being of Tenchi, Ishan 10 would like the 7-man for the confirmed Pinfu.
7-man would be the god draw here for Tenchi. There are 2 left in the wall.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
pretty average.
yeah. The awkward thing is with this being your last dealership and being so far in the hole, you really do need to make sure you tempo at the end of the hand at the very least.
Nice upgrade here for Estet. Oh, choosing to lock in the Tanya. So really valuing the safety of the Chun.
Yep.
Does manage to get tempo with that 8-pin pawn, waiting on the 2-5-man for Tanya Dora 2.
5 left in the wall. Very decent chance we find it.
Including the Aka 5-man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Papanada is going to think he got really unlucky with that 3-man draw, but he actually got really lucky.
Yep.
Instead, Estet simmers for Tanya Dora 2.
Tanya Dora 2. Nice little bump to the score. Takes us into South 3 here for Vapanada. With 20,000 points, but a good 35,000, 36,000 behind first place. We'll be most likely playing for second. With their
Estet
dealership.
waking up with another 2 Aka hand.
Yeah. A set 2 Arca hand, one of them firmly within Ametsu already. The other can easily be accepted. Abraham as well finding the last Aka with this double South Anko already in the hand. Decent
Yeah.
chances for them here too.
3 pairs as well, so might end up being an expensive hand. Oh, Diamond Khan.
Second Diamond Khan. We love to see it, and draws an extra 7 pin
Yeah, and flips himself a Dora.
and flips himself a Dora. So, as Abraham here, you're definitely considering at least a toy at minimum.
Oh, but actually cut the 1-so away. And losing that 3-so acceptance.
Probably you get the dollar signs in your eyes. The like,
Yeah,
don't-
really greeting for drawing another Dora or a Chun.
yeah.
Sorry, 2-so or Chun.
Two Diamond Khans in one game. We are blessed today.
Estet missing out on Tenpai with that earlier 7-so draw, but it's Ishanten at the moment and can call or pick up a Tanyao.
Yep, very flexible. And again, you don't need to overextend. You just play this hand as it comes naturally. If you want to call, you can call. Otherwise, you can just
Does call
Just
and waits
wait
on
it
the 5-6 man, which there are 4 left in the wall.
come straight away.
And immediately comes out from Tenchi.
Another Tanya Akatu for Asfet. Takes us into Orasu. Abraham now 800 points behind second rather. So obviously more of an achievable. They do want to catch a set that's 40,000 points.
Does wake up with 2 Dora.
2 doors, a good start. Abraham does
Yeah,
seem
the
to like
long
these
forwards.
these long finks, really making use of the time bank. Goes with the 8 pin for now. So it might be keep the idea of the Honitsu open. That Hatsu is passed by Tenchi. It is in a far last, would need at least a
Baiman.
Mansuma, yeah. I was just checking. Hanuman direct hit obviously would also be enough. On either player, but Mansuma would seal it. So choosing not to open. This hand though doesn't really feel like the kind to get you to a Mansuma.
Oh, North Anko for Papanada. Wants to quickly win this hand and shut down any possibility of Abraham overtaking him.
Yep. Abraham does seem to be committing to the Honitsu with the Haku draw there, confirming another Yaku high pair. And yeah, Bapanada now can just call and end the Hanchan, securing the second place.
Actually, Ishanten here for Estet. But Hakupon for Abraham puts him closer towards that Honitsu.
Yep.
Would be a Mangan.
Mangan's a decent start if you do want to start reeling in a set, but would help go a long way to helping to confirm the second place. A set, yeah, is waiting on a 4-pin. And would have to draw it to actually be able to win the hand, so
But just as you said, Papanada can call for that quick hand. Is now waiting on the 6-9, so 4 left in the wall for North Dora 1.
Yep.
Ooh, 6-0 comes in Abraham's hand.
It's an upgrade for a Svet as well. 6-7-pin slots into Tenchi's hand. Imagine at this point Tenchi will just take whatever win they can to salvage a bit of points. Stan's definitely not going to make it to a Baimon. without some Ura shenanigans.
I think even with Ura shenanigans.
Yeah.
Well, can drop Heartsease now and pick up pin fear. Oh, but they are free written on the 4 pin, so
Hmm.
maybe not.
Chooses not to. That's Tempai for Abraham. Does drop the Dora. Waiting on the 6-0 West Wind. There's another Dora, because of course. Because I know to Abraham, if they had dropped the 6-0, they would have dealt in, so.
Yeah. Surprised they even chose the to chuck the Dora. Must have even worried about the 6-0 maybe. But the Dora wasn't that much safer.
Okay, Riichi here from Tenchi.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that's coming out. The Tenchi did get the last
Last
Hatsu.
Hatsu, yeah.
The Riichi Hatsu. Unfortunately, doesn't hit any Ura.
No Ura. So Salvage is back to positive points at the very least, or more positive before the Riichi stick came out. But it's Svet with another resounding victory here, 60,000 points.
Oh, ±0 there for Vapanada.
±0 for Bapanada, well played. And Abraham with third with the last deal in, unable to really do much for the dealership, unfortunately. As Svet just with a runaway victory. And we're just waiting to hear back if they wish for a interview. Give it a couple minutes, and then if not, we'll jump into the other game.
Yep, I believe there's still one more game running.
Yeah, I think so. I'll grab this ready at the very least. They might have gone up and gone to take a break after the game. Oh, here we are.
Nice. Let me just
Okay.
add them in. And join. Welcome, Estet.
Hello.
If you'd like to also join the video, you can see the hands that we're looking at.
Like the streaming video.
Yes. Nice.
Where's that?
Yeah. It should be just under Veggie. If you just hover over his name, you can click into the stream.
Showing excellence, technology skills here. Okay, yeah. Watch stream. Cool.
Oh yeah. Okay, congratulations on the victory first of all. Do you have any thoughts on the Hanchan?
No thoughts at all.
No thoughts? No thoughts, just Dora and Tanya
Yeah, I
with
was
win.
just incredibly lucky. Some hands there that just should not have worked, and they did. So, yeah, that's what happened.
No, I don't think many of the hands you got weren't supposed to work. I think you got dealt nice.
I got very, very lucky back on that full flush hand. That was.
Yeah, we can go to that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't obviously start looking like a flush at all, and
No, I was like, no, I had no intentions to play that at all. Like,
yeah, we assumed that at this point, or somewhere around here, we're thinking, oh, maybe we're going for, what was it? I want to say Tanya, but looking at it doesn't make sense. I must be thinking of a different answer. I guess at this point, you're already thinking about the Chiritsu.
yeah, for sure. But I was also still like thinking maybe Toy, like, depends what turns up. Like, I wasn't planning on committing, but at this point, because with the fours gone, like, I wasn't sure how I was going to complete any of those
at the end,
that run. So, yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
Four pawn, I was very pleased to see that because I was really scratching my head for a while there, trying to work out what possible upgrades there were on this hand, and I'm just not very good at seeing full flush hands, so I was very pleased on that one.
You were on the 2-5 pin way, which the 2 pins was obviously dead.
2 pins already dead. So
switching to the 4 pin, even though you also pawn that, isn't the worst. Plus, most importantly, by chucking the 9 pin, you do get Tanya.
Yeah, I mean, it turns out there was a 5 pin Dora still in the wall, so I could
Yeah.
have picked that as well. But I didn't know that. I just kind of assumed that wouldn't come out. But I don't think any of these are going to come out. So
Oh.
I had to pick them
You got it
myself,
immediately.
and that's what I did.
Yeah, after the 4-pin pawn, I think everyone's sort of aware of what's happening here. But yeah, you just blocked it, so didn't really matter in the end.
Yeah, I mean that was a big hand. That was probably the one. I mean, I had one before that made it work as well. But like, this is still looking like a reasonably could go anywhere kind of game. And then after that hand, it just I was feeling pretty comfortable.
Yeah, this one here with the free Arca, this was your first big win, the Mangan, and you were just pretty much gonna open at any point here, take Tan Yao and take the win,
Yeah,
or would you
I was
greed for a
thinking of
Riichi
playing
if you could?
Pin-Fu. I was gonna play Pin-Fu, but the 6 was just too juicy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Yes.
we thought.
Yep. And yeah, I mean, this Shinichi win just basically blew the entire game open. Here you've got 30k lead. You can basically just do what you want. You could either put pressure on, run up the score, or you can just coast to an easy victory.
Apparently, what I want is picking a bunch of like 3-9 value hands with just Doras. So that works to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, one more hand I'd like to talk about is the South 2 hand. I think on turn 4. So you had the option of chucking the red dragon or the 3 bamboo. Was it just like, oh, I've upgraded, and I'll keep the safe red dragon?
I was really looking at that straight there and thinking maybe need to. And I was thinking I don't want the weight though. It's probably going to end up on a bad weight. So I didn't really see the 3 as an upgrade.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I waited up. I thought about that for quite a while, and I was like, you know what? I think in this situation, I'd rather just keep a safe tile. So
Yeah, especially with this lead.
yeah.
You don't want someone to Riichi and then suddenly you got no safe tiles.
Because I was just thinking, I'm fine, I'm good, and then I was like, not really. Like, Mahjong's unpredictable, and there's 3 dealerships, so every single player could win at this point, and I'd rather see at least one player that can't win to make myself feel a little bit more confident. So
Yeah,
I wasn't.
sure.
I was just trying not to deal in, actually.
Yep. And then if we go to turn 10, you managed to pick up another Dora.
Yeah.
And then you cut the 9, sir. Was it
once
just like
again.
you don't want to throw the Dora and keep the safe tile?
It wasn't actually because I didn't want to throw the Dora. I mean, I don't want anyone else to get the Dora. I wasn't feeling particularly uncomfortable with this board state, though. Like, I could have thrown the Dora if I needed to. Is what I was feeling. But I felt better about being able to play open on this, particularly with the characters coming out from the player to my left. I felt I could probably get a Chi, and hoping for a lucky, Dora drop or something that can give me a Mangan.
Yeah, and then once again, like you said before, keeping that safe tile in case you need to
And yeah,
throw it.
just safety.
Yeah.
I really like having that safety there when I'm allowed to.
Yeah, that's perfectly reasonable. All
Yeah,
right.
but otherwise, you won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
5
of
straight.
the
Yeah.
10 hands.
It was a pretty short game, really, and I won most of it. So
Yeah.
yeah,
It's been a great season from you, all things considered.
it's been pretty funny. The 3 games I've won quite resoundingly, which is not my usual Mahjong experience. So that's nice. Change your pace.
Oh yeah, it's been a pleasure to watch. We'll let you go because I know you're playing the next game as well. So
Yeah, thanks.
yeah, well,
Right, good luck.
good job, good
Thanks
luck.
for joining us.
Yeah, my pleasure.
All right, see ya.
Bye.
Bye. Alrighty. And with that, has the other game ended? We just didn't get the score yet.
Yes. Wait, I
Yes.
think I've added in
Oh, you
the
got it?
score.
Okay, excellent. So if we quickly pop over here, we can see with the scores put in, Riichi Fingers extends the lead out even further over Tanya Sensation, who does still have a firm grasp on second. But elsewhere in the games that we didn't get to see today, we see a victory here from Tile Dreaming, a nice almost 100-point swing for Cream, is what me and Jeff end up calling them. Pinfree Bow's taking a heavy loss in that game, and in the other table, Nasty pulls a victory for Oishikanare. This looks to be very very modest win. If I have a quick look here. Yeah, he posted the actual rankings rather than screenshots. So yeah. Oh, change scene. Yes, you're right. I'm very good at streaming. I promise. Let me just pull up the standings again. Yeah. So we've got one more game left tonight. So we'll go quickly grab a 5-minute break. So yeah, there's the standings. We've done it. We've shown it all off, and we'll be back for game 3 with Tanya Sensation, Tell Dreaming, Oishikanare, and the Crimson Wanderers in about 5 minutes or so. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon. Alrighty, we're back here. We'll be getting underway momentarily
Your
with
music's
the
still
next game. Yeah, I know the music's still on. I'll drop it for when the game starts. Okay, I'll just drop it now, whatever. Music bad. Okay, so we are just waiting on Tanya Sensation to join the lobby here. So Reika, the last remaining player for our lobby, or our table rather, to begin. And so hopefully, did they respond to your thing earlier?
No.
No, okay. Hopefully they're not missing it. But we do have the other games starting, so good luck to those.
Wait, what did I just...
Hmm?
Ah, shit. No,
All right.
I forgot about that.
In the other tables, we do have a Svet playing again for Riichi Fingers on table 1. On table 2, we have Rachel for Hanko, who we saw on stream right at the start of the season. Ezreva, who was a ghost in the system, but stuck on the very first table from tonight. Earlier on, for us, it was weird. And yeah, just waiting here to get the last game started. Starting game 3, excellent. Love to see it. So we will be aiming to look at a 10:07 start on our side since we are 5 minutes delayed. Assuming everything starts on time and there is no problems. For those who didn't see that, yeah, apparently Suno has rolled back to the last version in terms of him messing around with the increased timer settings. So it appears that it was having some sort of an unintended side effect where it was just applying to random rule sets, rather than, having something you can specifically choose. I don't know if anyone else messaged him, but maybe he was aware of it regardless. But the good part is at least we shouldn't run into this bug next week. So,
Thank God.
yes. So here is our table. Let me quickly update the seating. And yeah, so this should be. I mean, we're pretty sure we've watched each of these players at least once, almost positive. So no one really new here to introduce, but we will see Riichi Fingers and Tanya Sensation. Is it Riichi Fingers? No, it's not, is it? I've messed up something with my overlay, so let me fix that. But yeah, we do have Tanya Sensation, Tile Dreaming. Second and third. There we go. Good thing I caught that in time.
Yeah. From east to north should be
Yeah.
Tile Dreaming, Crimson Wanderers, Tanyao, and Wish Canary.
Yep. Did I get the names right at the very least? I did. That's so weird. Okay. And FZS is the player to our right. And Reika is the player across. So, yeah. Second and third playing here, as well as Nasty for Ishkanare and FZS for the Crimson Wanderers. We'll be obviously hoping for Ishkanare to keep their recent winning ways up, making a surge from the bottom of the table. Actually, looking at this, I forgot Todd Dreaming actually took a bit of a tumble recently. Crimson Wanderers were in third.
Yeah, I also noticed when you looked at the standings that Oishkanare is up to 10th when they were doing pretty badly and last. So
Yeah.
they must have had a pretty good run of games recently.
They have indeed. Did any of this update properly? It did. Weird. Oh, and I'll put the right screen on so you can all see the overlay. How about that? Jeez, I'm a mess tonight. Radio. We should be underway here in 2 minutes. If we quickly jump and have a look at the individual standings, yeah, Nosti is fairly far up the table. I think that's 10th overall for Nosti. We've seen Rerial since the very first season, usually a very solid player. Is positive so far, positive 26 score for this season over 4 games played. Nosti at 108 points over 7 games played. Very solid play from him. Obviously, former OO?
I believe so.
Yeah. FZS over the 2 games we have for them is negative 4.5, so more or less even. And Reika for Tanya Sensation, 4.6 over 3 games. But obviously, I think that's the entirety of Tanya Sensation is positive. Just like with Ichiuchi thing, the same thing there. Very strong players this season. Everyone's showing what they're made of.
Yeah, it's nice when you're like in first or second that all your members are positive.
Yeah,
You don't want to be like that
the
one
one guy.
player getting carried.
That was me for a lot of the second season. I remember I was just like, just could not get anything going, and I was like, oh, I'm just questioning everything I've learned about Mahjong. I'm like, do I even know what I'm doing? And like, no, you're just unlucky. You're just unlucky. I'm like, oh, I don't know. Obviously, this with how high variance the game is, that can just happen over the course of a couple games.
Should be getting in
Any
soon.
second, yeah. Any second now. And there we go.
And here we go. So Rerial starting us off.
Pretty average hand for Ariel, but chances at Pinfu definitely, if you could fill in the Hanchans.
Not bad for FZS. Has 1 Dora. Can move towards a Pinfu or Tanyao.
Mm-hmm. Reika's hand also fairly average.
3 Dora for Nasty.
3 Dora for Nosti. Really showing that level of flow that comes with being a high-rated player. Especially great to see with these terminal Doras, being able to block a pair of them away early on is just really good. Third pair here for Rerial, but it can still result in a normal hand.
Yep. In fact, just cuts one of them now.
Yep. Now choosing to cut the Penchan 9-7 pin.
Kanchan.
Kanchan, not Penchan, yep. And an opening here from Reika. We'll be shifting to this hand towards Tanyao, as you mentioned earlier. With 3 pairs, you can easily call one. With a pawn, get into weak tempi. Just a Tanya only, but
Nice
early
upgrade
wins.
for FZS, picking up that 7-8 pin Roundman with a Tanyao chance.
Tanya chance on the 6 pin. And choosing to remove the 7-9, so Kanchan.
Yeah, keeping the 7 so in case they draw a 6.
Yep. Just a 9 pin for
That's
FZS. Tempai. Losing the Tanya, obviously.
I assume he'll Riichi, but actually Dharma's on the Kanchan 4 pin, Ipeiko Dora 1.
Ipeiko Dora 1. 1 4 pin left in the wall. Rerial should be safe for now. Nosty's is probably safe, nestled inside the Pinzu shape. We'll have to see if FZS intends on reaching at any point. Maybe hoping to find a 6-pin to upgrade to a Tanyao. I don't know.
Yep, or like a 2-pin
Yeah,
or Roundman.
either or.
Reka made an early call, but still Ishan 10.
Still Shanten. The 2-man 3-man shape. Also had the 6-man originally, but ended up tossing that. Or one of them at least. Did draw 1-man at one point, but was not. Obviously, with the call, you can't really use it. So
Oh, upgrade here for FZS. Turns
upgrade.
into Dora 2.
Dora to Ipeiko.
Nasty Tenpai.
Nasty finally finding Tempai here. This will
3-pin or 5-pin?
yeah. We'll keep the 4-pin safe.
Yep.
Waiting on the 5-pin, which is not dead.
Dead.
Oh no, it is dead, yes. Last
Dead.
one in Reika's hand.
Surprised they didn't take the 3-pin weight. With the CG trap plus seeing all the 2-pins.
That would allow Roriel to take Tempai.
And he does. 1-man is walled off, but still doesn't want to throw it. Worried about a potential Tanki or Shampon. So can now chi for Tenpai. Which I assume he will, just for the K10.
Yep, and throws the confirmed safe 2-man, at least of last turn.
Ooh, 3-pin for FZS.
Very spicy.
Riichi's. Is he going to take the 3-6-pin 3-man weight? He does, and he deals into the Riichi Dora 3 of Nasty.
And
Ura doesn't
finds
matter.
the Ura, but yeah, it doesn't matter. So Nasty opening the game up with a direct hit Mangan on FZS. Who will be looking for revenge in their first dealership with some pretty nice shapes. 2 completed Mensus, a pair. Just looking to connect up the last remaining tiles and we'll be good to go for perhaps a Pinfu looking hand. Roriel with a pair of the Easts. Considering a Chantar, I imagine, with the early force, so discard confirming the 1-2-3 Sozo shape.
Yeah, also Sanshoku chance.
Sanshoku, yep. Many
Maybe
choices
not now.
I mean, you can still get the Sanshoku, but you lose the Chantar,
But
obviously.
you lose the Chanta, yeah.
Yep.
Unfortunate for Roriel that East is the door indicator. There's only one more left for him.
Last one left, still walled. Reika, and he draws it. It's that easy. It's that easy, people.
Not easy.
Reika, iron up a Chinitsu. Or you've got the I don't know, the local Yakuman is the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7 pairs. And
Well, maybe not with a pair of 9
yeah,
pins.
not with the pair of 9s. I thought it for a second. It's like, oh, maybe, but yeah, not quite.
Oh my god, it's Ishan 10 now.
It's a spicy hand for Reika. Dusty not too far off either, but will be interesting to see who can get to their Tempais first in this hand. Roriel has missed the Chanter as well now.
Was offered Ishan 10, but didn't take it.
Preferring to bet. Oh my lord.
Okay, so Tenpai there for Reika, waiting on the Kanchan 4-pin for Chinitsu Ipeiko.
To Ipeiko, all live currently.
All live, and if he sumos, it's a Dharma Baiman.
Dharma Baiman.
3-pin would be a wider weight, but doesn't take it. Sorry, 1-pin chi.
That's a scary bomb. I'm just waiting for the bomb to go off.
Yeah, both Ruriel and FZF have no Pinzu in their hand. 5-pin for Reika. Riichi's gonna take the 5, 6, 8, 9-pin weight.
That's disgusting.
For Riichi Ipeiko,
Riichi,
Chinetsu, so guaranteed Baimon.
So, how we
So
looking
2
at?
5 pins, 6 pins are dead, 8 pins are dead. So it's actually just a Shampon. 4 outs.
Yeah, unless for some reason Nasty feels inclined to throw one of their tiles.
Yeah, but 4 outs going into the third row is actually quite
good.
a lot.
Quite good.
Dream on for FZS. Good for 1 so, drop 3 so, and maybe hope for a Chitoi Tenpai.
Yeah, I imagine that's what was going through their mind looking at all the pairs.
Still 4 weights in the wall for Reika.
There's
Oh, a
the...
4-pin draw for FZS is pretty disgusting, but
Yep.
doubt he'll throw that.
Yep, that's going to I'll put an end here to FZS's hand. Two Dora now for Rariel, but same deal. We'd have to throw a 7-pin.
Well, if they draw anywhere along the pins, do.
Yeah, there's a
Oh,
5-pin.
that's Tenpai. I assume they'll take.
Nasty will Dharma here. I imagine at 5-8. So
Pinfu Dora 1. All the 5s are at. 5
One-
says are out.
1-8 so left in the wall, I think.
Oh, she offered to Rariel. Does not take it. Does not want to throw that 7-pin.
Hmm.
Still 3 weights for Reika with 2 draws left.
The 4-pin.
Oh no, he would have still out. Nasty Cheese does not want to draw a dangerous tile that he has to chuck, like that 9-pin that Rariel just drew.
Oh, the 8.
Oh, and the 8 so immediately comes out because Rariel got Tenpai.
Yep, waiting on the 8-pin, but deals into Nasty's Riichi, Dora. What was it?
No, Tanya.
Oh, Tanya.
Dora.
Tanya Dora.
Yeah. So really high level chi there from Nasty.
Refusing to would have drawn a 9-pin and would have diffused Nasty's hand, but instead diffuses Reika's hand.
Yeah. And no one will ever know what that hand was until after the game.
Until after the game, yes. So with that, Reika does get their dealership here.
Does have a Haku pair. 1 Haku in Nasty's hand. An Arca that's not connected to much. Might go for another Pinsu hand.
Yep, a bit of work to get there, but definitely possible.
Ariel with a pair of Chuns and 2 Dora. So definitely wants to be able to call that.
Yep, just
Chun.
waiting for the first Chun to come out. That way you guys, toss the 9 so...
Or, you know, just
Dora.
get Tenpai
Or just-
yourself.
Or just draw everything you need. I mean, that works too. 2 8-pins left in the wall here for Ariel. Yeah,
Oh,
well, there you
he
go.
did manage to draw himself. So it takes a Dharma on Chun Dora 2, 3 Han 50 hand.
3 Han 50. So, Rariel Dharma-ing for now at the very least.
Yeah, if they pick up a 7-pin, 9-pin, or 8, so they can go for a Sananko.
Yeah, very true. Meanwhile, FZS here, 4 pairs. Isn't locked into a Chitoi yet, and
Yeah, kind of ugly though, because you don't want to have to throw that Dora, but he does throw it.
Does throw
Real
it.
immediately pawns. Waits on the 9-pin for Chun Dora 3.
yep. Now you're, as FZ, you're just thinking, it's like, why did I throw that?
It's pair for FZS though, so in Ishan 10.
Ishan 10 for FZS waiting on the Chitoi Dora 1.
Oh, and the 9-pin
9-pin.
so coming out. Yep.
Yep, with the
What
9
a sneaky wait with
with-
the Dora
with-
8 pawn.
with the 9-pin already in the pawn, you're pretty much forced to throw it if you're going for Chitoi.
Yep.
So,
And obviously you wouldn't expect it to deal in.
nope.
You'd expect some sort of Tanyao from Rariel.
Exactly right. Very sneaky hand, as you said.
But FZS here with a Chun Pon and 3 Aka.
Free Arca once again for a player. And all of it can be used if you can manage to find the 4-man.
But Ishan 10 for Rariel already with 1 Dora.
1 Dora and a Sanshoku chance.
Ooh, sacrifices some future efficiency for that Sanshoku chance.
Rika also pretty good starting hand. Same with Nasty as well, actually. Or at the very least, have drawn very well. That doesn't immediately help FSZ, but they can obviously now confirm the Sozo.
Well, they're one step closer.
Yeah.
One step closer to Tempai.
Still looking for a pair.
Oh, nice upgrade there for Nasty. Picks up the Sanmin-chan and Tanya.
Just looking for a free pin, like Reika's just drawn here, fixing up their
Is
Pen-chan.
Tempai, but would just be Riichi only.
Does Dharma 10 that for now. 1 free set
Another
left on the
upgrade.
ball. Yep, Nasty. Might end up getting saved here by the no Riichi if they do end up having to throw a freezer.
Like right now.
And there's another one. Yep. And now you probably see the
And-
Riichi.
Yeah, now as Reiki, you're pretty sad.
Yeah.
Because I would have personally liked a Riichi even though it's Riichi only, mainly because it is very difficult to upgrade
Yeah.
this hand outside of, just drawing an Arca. So I think now they're thinking about whether they should go back to Ishan 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hoping to get a bit of weight. Nasty passing the Chi for Tempai.
We'll look to confirm the Pinfu by breaking the Kanchan weight they had with the 6-8, so maybe.
Yeah, that pass was nice because they drew a 4-man and now they have a really wide weight on the Manzu.
Yes.
FZS still Ishan 10, passing on the 2-5 pin. Yuki Ire. Oh, Reiki Sumo the 3, so. So now they'll probably reach he. Oh?
Eyeing up the Itsu, I imagine.
Okay, not taking Tempai again. But Nasty Tempaiing on the 2-man. Waiting on the 3-6 pin for Riichi Pinfu Tanyao Dora 1.
Yeah. And FZS just not managing to find their Tempai in this all this time either.
Well, that's going to be really bad news if Reika draws a 2 or a 5 pin.
Yeah. 2 or 5 pin will spell doom for Reika.
Tempai for FZS, waiting on the 4-7 man.
4
Which
months
is
dead, 7
one
months,
left.
1 left.
Oh, Tempai for Reika. Probably reaching on the 2 pin.
Does find it, yeah,
So-
it was Genbutsu.
Also waiting on the 3-6 pin.
So would head bump in the situation of either Rariel or FZS throwing one.
So 2 left versus the 1 for FZS. I don't think FZS is ever folding. With
Very
3
unlikely,
Arca.
yeah. 3 Arca and a Jun. you're
And
pretty
in last
much
place.
In the last place, exactly, yeah. You just gotta go.
So fire. Oh, Nasty does manage to sumo to 6 pin. So Riichi sumo pin through Tanya Dora Uro would make it a Hanuman. Does not get it. But as a dealer, that is a massive Mangan sumo.
Just a deal of Mangan for Nasty here, putting them up to just under 50,000 points in the East round. Solid start for Ishkanare. And we go into East for Honba 1 now. FZS with another nice starting hand. Has to feel a little bit hard done by Mr. Chinitsu. Mr. Sumo with the same weight after, all those free saves came out. And Nasty picking up a pair of Easts.
Along with the Dora.
Along with Dora, exactly. And FZS's hand also shaping up fairly quickly here. FZS down in last still, 5,000 points. Good 7 so for Reika.
Ishan 10. Oh, backfire on that 3-man from Burial.
Yes. Choosing to cut the 2-man Penchan and then immediately drawing the 3-man.
Yeah, kept that lonely 8-pin for the off chance 6, 7, 8. Decision here for FZS. He obviously wants to look for some sort of Sanshoku,
Yeah,
but his shapes are all kind of weird. So, cuts a 9, so.
6, 7, 8 potentially would have to, yeah.
Oh, he'll be happy with that. Double Dora.
Double Dora makes up for the missed Sanshoku, that's for sure.
So, probably in
6, so.
6, so.
Yeah.
Nasty still looking for that East.
Yeah, still looking for the East to confirm the double East. It's not much, but never feels great to see your dealer pick up double East. Here's the East
Oh,
now.
and there it is. And that's Tenpai waiting on the 6, 9, so 3 left in the wall for double East, Dora 1.
Double East Dora 1 is not a hand to be ashamed of at all as dealer.
Yep. Chi from Rariel, still Ishan 10 for Tanya only. Oh, does get Tenpai now.
Does take it. Well, 2 5-pin.
Oh, and that 9 so is coming out from SZS. Dealing into Nasty's double taunt Dora, going into the negatives.
Going into negatives. Unlucky for FZS. Good news is, Nasty's hand isn't the quickest to start with, but does have 2 Mensu. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. Pair of 1s. Could see a Chanta. Could see a Junchan.
Yeah, I think it's actually a pretty good hand because there's a lot of middle tiles that you're just happy to draw that help improve your hand.
Yeah. It is better than I first assumed at first look.
2 Arca for Rariel. Does have a couple of penchants and 2s and 8s. Nice 8-pin draw. Gives him a nice shape.
Yep.
In the Pinzu.
Good start for Rariel's hand to come together. And speaking of Chanters and Junchans, FZS is maybe considering one also.
But now with that 4-pin, maybe an Itsu is more likely.
Yep. And yeah, as you said, Nasty picking up the middle tiles, managed to just slot together a couple nice Manzu shapes. Keeping the 8-pin for the off chance at the 7, 8, 9 Sanshoku as well.
Probably just looking for another block. So.
Yeah, most likely.
5-pin draw for Reika puts him into Ishan 10. And same with that 3-so draw from Nasty.
And 9-pin from Rariel puts them into Tushanten.
Reika thinking about which block to throw away. Keeps open the chance for the Pinfu by cutting one of the pairs.
Yes. The players all Just shifting the hands around slightly, trying to find these tempos.
Yeah, I know what's happening. Nasty here. Thinking about keeping the Hanchan with the Dora weight, but probably thinks it's not that great. So likes to keep the Kanchan Forso instead. Oh, and does upgrade to a wider weight.
Yeah, I was thinking through if you ever consider going for the Itsu for Nasty, but I think it's a bit too slow this late into the second row already.
And needs a pair. So, would either have to...
Cut Dora
Well,
or...
yeah. To get the Itzu, you'd have to cut the Dora. Oh, nice 4-pin draw for Reika. Gives them Tanyao.
And the shuffling continues. FZS trying to figure out now what shape they should cut. Just chooses to throw back the 1 pin. Yeah, as you said, Reika confirming the Tanya.
Yeah, kind of a rough spot for FZS because this late into the round, you don't really want to throw away the Dora.
Yeah. You've kept it for this long and now it's pretty much just stuck with you.
Oh, but now can utilize it with the 6-pin pair. Oh, Dora draw from Reika.
So the south can be dropped here for Reika, but it might be waiting till the closer to Rikoku. Choosing to slim down to the Kanchan. Instead, G10 here for Nasty.
Yep, no Yaku, but with only 2 turns left, just wants that Tenpai.
Yep. Keep the dealership, keep the Humber rolling.
And from the looks of it at the moment, no one else is going to be Tenpai.
No.
So really nice chi from Nasty. Oh, but Exodus
Would have to throw
does get Tenpai
Dora
at the end.
on
Would have
her.
to throw the Dora.
He does.
Oh, but he does. Following the push-fold chart of just any, on your last turn, if it gives you Tenpai, just throw anything.
Throw anything, yeah. And we start again. East 4 Humber 3 now with Nasty with another wonderful starting hand. But Ruriel, with the East pair, is able to quickly call, work on catching up. Reika as well. Great. Oh, 2 man for Nasty's big. What do you throw here? He goes with the loose 7, sir. FZS choosing to cut the Penchan 1-2 pin shape.
Another chi here for Ruriel. Missing a pair.
Missing a pair, but you're drastically speeding up the hand with the 2 calls.
Oh, 5-pin for Nasty. Ishanten.
Ishanten, yes. Can end up turning this hand that looked like with the just a set Anko and pairs and whatnot into what could have ended up just being Pinfu as well. Another call from Ruriel, still now Ishanten with 3 calls on the table. 5-pin upgrade for Reika. So Ruriel showing Ton Dora 1, but with 3 calls you would expect them to be close to be Tenpai generally.
4 pairs here for FZS.
Okay, confirms the 4 pairs for now. There's the backfire for Nasty, but it's probably
Can't really help that.
probably
Yeah.
gonna end up keeping the 3 as the pair anyway. Tenpai for Burial.
Nice.
Waits on the 8th.
Funky
So
8 there.
2 left in the wall. The FZSs could come out if they happen to get closer to Chitoi Tenpai and choosing to not keep the 8. Or even something like
Or if
this.
they draw a 6er.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll drop it now. I think there's better tiles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ishan 10 for Reika is the north seat. And both the norths are still on the wall.
So can call to get to Tenpai. Waiting on a Hanchan they're choosing. Another Dora here. For FZS.
That other 6er cut might be rough for FZS later. Nasty was offered the Tanyao by cutting like the 1-3-1, but
Yeah.
keeps the wider weight. Oh, but Real switching to the South Tunky. So really good for FZS there, who anchored up the 9-man and was probably going to throw the 8 there.
Yeah, very fortuitous timing for FZS. And a 5-star upgrade.
Oh, and there's another 8 there.
Last South is still in the wall.
Upgrade for Nasty, losing the Ipeco chance, but does get a Sunman chance.
Tenpai.
Oh, and Tenpai's on the Arc of 5-man and does get the Sunman Chan. 258 pin. Oh, but Rariel immediately summons the last South. Shutting that all down.
Shutting it down. Ton Dora 1 ending the South round and bringing us, ending the
And East round.
East round, taking us to South round. And starting South round foot tile dreaming with a 30,000 point start.
Yep, not bad. And Arca and Adora.
Arca and Dora here. Nasty with the pair of Souths with 2 Dora. Poised to perhaps win another nicely sized hand. FZS's hand is not terrible.
Oh, Nasty does manage to anchor up that South.
Even better for Nasty now. They don't have to. I mean, they can just open whenever they want. Dora gets dropped, you can snag it. You can just clean up the slow shapes. Oishikanari obviously needing points, but would like to at least bank what you have. Maybe end the Hanchan a bit quicker. Nasty drawing
Reika
more.
looking towards that Itsu and the Pinzu.
Yeah. Itsu would be a nice pickup for Reika's hand here. Will probably
nice 8-pin draw.
Yeah. Reika's hand probably won't end up with too much value unless they find Dora soon.
Well, how about that one?
That helps, yeah. Third East pair thrown for Nasty here.
Nice 6-0 draw for Rariel. Lets him use the Arca.
Yes.
Oh, and a 4-0 upgrade.
Nice. Now have a nice Sunman Chan shape there in the Sozo. 5 pin for FZS makes no use in the hand right now, but does drop it. Dropping these middle tiles can feel a bit bad sometimes when you draw a 6 pin the very next time around, but there's not much you can do about that. And again, we're kind of just waiting as the players shuffle their hands around, waiting for this first Tenpai to hit. No Diamond Khan from Nasty.
Nasty drops a 2-1 and immediately draws a 1 and 3-1.
Yeah.
Oh, throws the 5 so. Does hurt his efficiency, but I think he thinks the 5 so is going to be dangerous later on.
Yeah, choosing
Double
to...
CG against 2 and live against the last. 3 so gives Riichi Ishan 10.
would have to...
Probably drop a 1 pin. Because if you
Yeah.
drop a 5 pin and you draw a 2, then you lose the Arca. So dropping the 1 makes you keep the 5 pin most. And he does.
Does find it.
Oh, Tempai
And
for Rariel.
Rariel finding Tempai on the 5/7 man.
1 of each.
Shampon.
Riichi Dora 2.
I'm just watching this hand very closely, just to see if something funny would happen.
Oh,
Which I might not get to see if the 7-man comes, but does manage to hold on to it for now, Reika. Obviously, pretty risky tile against Rariel's discards.
probably will end up being a fold because now they're back to 2 Shan 10.
Yes.
So, yep. And Nasty had the South and 2 Dora, but couldn't make anything out of it.
This wasn't really offered anything. Oh, no.
And with that 6-0 draw, looks like FZS also isn't going to get Tempai. Oh,
Gee.
she offered to Nasty. Back to
Yes.
Ishan 10. But no draws left. So they needed like Rariel to draw an 8 or an 8 pin or a 6 man to pawn.
Nasty, if things had gone different in that hand, Nasty could have had Show Sushi. If he managed to discard everything
he
exactly
knew.
right, it was that's
If he knew.
ridiculous. But very funny.
Well, that was just a single Tempai for Rariel.
Yep, scooping up 3k points.
And wakes up with a decent hand. 1 Dora. Nice tiles to work with.
One Dora, yeah, it's 2 chances. And you've got the Dora slotted into that already. Would need to obviously find the pair and the other shape, but yeah, good chances.
Rariel with 2 Arca, Tanyao. Sorry, 3 Dora.
Free
And
Dora.
Tanyao. But does need some help to work in both those Pinzu Dora. That 3 pin helps.
Yep, has the choice now and 2 different tiles. 2 different tiles they can call. Does throw it here though.
Yeah, going for that better efficiency.
Yep.
Ishan 10 here for Ariel. Would like to pair up the 5 mana 7, so I guess also drawing the 2 pin isn't that bad. Oh, but
There we
pairs
go.
up the 7, so Itsu Dora 1 does Riichi.
Early turn 7 Dora Riichi here.
1 on
Sorry,
the board, rest
Dila
in the
Riichi.
wall.
Yeah, decent chances. 3 in the wall is pretty good at this far into the hand already.
And putting pressure on everyone else.
Yeah, they will have to navigate around the Riichi. They want to continue with their hands. You know, Reika with the free door and so on and so forth.
Yeah, Ishan 10 not taking the widest weight by cutting the Dora, but now Rariel's made the Dora safe.
Yeah, Dora is possible for Reika.
Oh, and does get a better weight now.
We'll need to push an obviously unsafe tile currently to get there, but
That's Senpai.
we'll do so.
Waiting on the 4-7 pin,
4/7 pin.
which is 1 left.
Yeah, and now this will probably see full folds from, imagine definitely from Nasty, who's quite far, no value.
FZS might keep pushing. 'Cause he does have a chance to catch back up to 3rd if he can win this hand.
3rd isn't too far.
Another 2 pin for Nasty. Oh, and the last 2 pin, but fits snugly into FZS's hand, giving him Tempai. It's just a Champon, but he does take the Riichi on the 6 pin 7 so weight, which is dead.
is dead,
So,
and will most likely not see it come out.
actually, I think Reika's weight was also dead. I didn't see the 7 pin as the Dora indicator.
Ah, yeah, you are correct.
Actually,
1,
everyone's
2, 3,
weights are
4.
dead.
Yeah. So,
Rikyoku.
Rikaku, no one could win. Unless, Nasty threw one of their tiles in, and Rikaku. And we go again. Humber 2, South 1, 4 sticks in the middle. Reika waking up, Ray waking up to repair at Easts. Will be seeking a quick win here, and 4 pin slots in very nicely. Nasty as well is waking up with a fairly quick hand. FZS with a pair of salves can also call for double south. And Reika's hand as well. A lot of very quick hands in this table.
Yep, Ishan 10 for Rariel now.
Everyone, I think, that doesn't win, wow, just draw it. Tempai waiting on the 1 pin. 4 Rariel, 3 left in the wall.
Some people might honestly consider a Riichi with 3 2-pins on the board.
I definitely wouldn't blame him.
Oh.
But you can just upgrade to
But instead gets a 5-8 so weight, yeah. 5 left in the wall.
5 left in the row. Another dealer Riichi early.
So Riichi, East, Aka.
East Aka attempting to reel in Nasty's lead here, Rariel is. And this early
5
on,
for Rariel. For Reika, sorry.
yeah, this early on, yeah, you're forced to throw the Gembutsu tile, and you just have to hope you can find something. Otherwise you're just forced to push, and it feels bad to push from this far away. Extra pair here for FZS. Does this throw it as it is Gembutsu? No one wanting to feed the dealer anymore. So this is the question, is what do you do?
Yeah, Reika here actually has no safe tiles. Because it's 7 man. Oh. Was Ishan 10, but didn't want to take it. Would have had to throw 2 live Sozu tiles. Or Manzu. But Rail Sumo is the 8, so for Riichi Sumo Ton
Dora?
Aka. Or it doesn't matter.
Sure, it doesn't matter. Another
Okay,
dealer
I'll-
Mangan.
And shoots him ahead of Nasty.
Yep, managing to reel in Nasty with rather quick order. Cashing in all the points in the middle as well is absolutely massive. Takes us to South 1 Omba 3. Pair of Chuns for Rariel.
I think Rail didn't notice 9-2 was a Dora.
It happens to the best of us. Reika with a pawn has kept their loose Dora.
Nice hand here for Nasty. Pretty easy Tanyao.
Yeah, it's come together pretty quickly here for Nasty.
And FZS really just hasn't been able to enjoy this game at all.
No, and it's made it even harder. You got after the kind of bad start in the East round, and as soon as it's come around to South 4, East 4, South 1, you've got Rariel reaching, you've got Nasty reaching early, and a Khan, obviously, here from
8-0 new Dora. Gives FZS 2 Dora, so
2 Dora, so will be even more keen to try and cash in the sand. Might see them try to pivot towards a Tanyao.
oh my god, what an Aka 5-1 draw for Nasty. Just ripping every tile. Tempai's on the 3-6 pin for Riichi, pin Futanya Aka. 5 left in the wall.
5 left in the wall. Full steam ahead for Reika. Is the full
Oh,
circle
Reika
safe?
Tempai on the 6 pin as well.
Would head bump
The last time Reika and Nasty were waiting on the same tile, Nasty simmered. And I
Yes.
believe it was on the 6 pin as well.
I think you're right. It was like 6 pin or 7 pin. Yeah,
No, it was 36 pin.
36
Oh,
pin.
but
yeah.
with a 9-man draw for Reika, he decides to cut the Tuso, which was Suji.
Back to Ishan 10 now for Reika.
Well, 9-man is safe, so if they get like a 2 or a 5-man, or the 6 pin, they can get back to Tenpai.
Yep. Dora is not thrown.
Still throw 4 36 pins left. Oh, that's another one of them. So save tile's a 3-man, but it'll basically destroy the hand.
Yeah, and with 42 calls, it's going to be hard to play safety. So it does throw Dora, which was not safe.
I wonder if they noticed there was a pause on the 8-0 discard and thought someone had a pair.
I mean, yeah, it's more than possible. 3 man's been cleared for FZS here. 6, so it's not
Gets
safe.
pushed.
But yeah, it's pushed half Suji to the 9, so it's pretty difficult with when you've already made 2 calls, like more or less just have to send anything. But Nasty does sumo once again on the 6 pin.
Riichi
Jeez.
Sumo pin for Tanya. Dora. No, Ura. With 2 Ura indicators. But again, steals back the lead from Rariel.
Steals back the lead, and yeah, we're having to pay the dealer payment on the Mangan. Hurting all the more. And does take us down to FZS's dealership, negative 8,000 points. So we are 17,000 behind Reika in third, and then quite far off second and first, obviously. So needs to really in third before we consider anything else.
But does have 3 Dora with his hand.
Yeah, 3 Dora is a nice thing to wake up to when you're this far in the hole. Rariel slotting in that Aka 5-man into Damanzu. Pair of Hatsu. Ready to call with the 1-man pair. Looking well poised to get to a quick Tenpai.
Oh, a 3-man draw is nice. Puts them into Ishan 10.
Nasty with a Anko of the West as well. Which is his Yakuhai, so
Could even move towards Hanetsu.
Hanitsu not far off at all for Nasty.
7-man draw for Rariel.
Churin is live as well.
Electing not to keep the south for that Hanetsu, wants to keep Ishan 10.
Keeps you Santa, and that way if you do happen to draw more, so you can just could not feel too bad about discarding the penchant.
Really nice 6-pin draw there for Reika. Puts them into Ishan 10 with a Sanshoku chance.
Now Rariel can confirm Pinfu with a 4-man find.
FZS is actually Ishan 10 with an Itsu chance.
Yeah, and not really.
Passed on the 6-pin actually for the Itsu Dora 3.
Probably really greeting for the Riichi, I imagine then.
Tenpai for Nosti takes it.
And
And a
gets it.
7-pin immediately comes out from Rariel.
Shot only. But defusing the bomb that FZS had
And Reika.
And Reika, yeah. Well done for Nosti, who's managed to end FZS's last dealership. Now, yeah, it's still well in the hole. Will probably be hard pressed to even get third. Elsewhere, Reika with their dealership has the Haku pair. If you can't win a big hand now, you just cash in what you have and you go again.
Yeah, but they did pass that first Haku.
Did pass the first Haku. So, is hoping for more. And Nasty is potentially going to ruin another dealership. This hand is coming together pretty quick.
Yeah, but Reika did manage to get the second Haku pretty quickly.
Yeah, came
Passed
out.
on the 8-pin Chi, but does manage to draw an 8, so it is Ishan 10, Rianman.
Ramen. Yeah.
Chun Pawn offered to FZS, does not take it. Wants to go for a larger hand on Reika's real dealership. If they can get a Mangan Sumo, it gives them a decent chance to make a comeback in Southfall.
Mangan Sumo would put them back to basically 0 points and drop Reika down to just over 5,000. So
Yeah.
it makes the sell for a lot more achievable.
Oh, Nasty and Ishan 10, if they can get the 2 or the 7 man, they'll get the pin view. And can Chi 7 man for Tanyao as well.
Yeah. But Tenpai, no, not Tenpai. That is one of the tiles which is not Tenpai for Reika. Does keep the 4-man though. Sixo for FZS will flesh out the Sozo shape and chooses to cut the extra 5-man.
Leaves both the 4-5-6 and 5-6-7 Sanshukus open.
Yeah.
Oh, cutting the 2-3 pin because they're free 10 on the 1 pin.
Yeah.
Oh, Nasty with the Tanyao upgrade, but is free 10 on the 8 man.
So it does throw it back.
Yeah, the 8-Zos were also both dead, so that Champon was actually not good.
Yeah, potentially the worst Shampon that you could have gotten. That is still not Tenpai. Does make a nice shape for Reika. Many tiles to be accepted here. And you just have to be asking just one of them, please, where are they?
Well, that 5 pin might come out from FZS at some point.
Cheat code for Nasty here now is Tenpai on the 5-8 pin.
Oh, Chun Anko for FZS means that 5 pin probably isn't coming out.
Yep, is secured now. 4 left in the wall for Nasty.
3
left in
on
the
the
wall.
Dora indicator.
One is the indicator, yep.
Always easy to miss.
Counting
Tenpai for Reika, sharing weight again with Nasty for the 3rd time this game.
5-8 pin once again for both.
Probably will just throw a 9-so for the max weight.
So.
But Reika wins this time with the Aka 5 pin Sumo.
Haku Aka will cash in some points here, and we get to go again for Reika.
Just a slow comeback. We're in for the long haul. I will see you at midnight.
It's a metaphor for that. It's what is it, like a rolling boulder collects moss or something? I don't know.
A rolling stone gathers no moss.
Yeah, but Rariel is the first to open up with the Hatsu. Doesn't want to give any chance for Reika to catch back up and take away a 2nd place or the 1st place.
Does have a single Haku Dora in his hand. We'll see how much he wants to keep that. I imagine if he wants to go for first, he'd probably want to try and pair it up.
Yep. Keeping a pair of Haku here just easy enough to find just one more, and it just drastically improves the value of this hand and closes the gap towards the south 4. But before any of that happens, FZS
Very nice
here.
draw for FZS.
Yeah. FZS
Probably
has
just drop a pair.
the pair or the Hanchans. Okay, it's good for the pair. Makes the most sense.
Another Chi for Ruriel.
Dora draw for FZS, so he can continue to drop the pair he's committed to. But now 3 players each with 1 Dora. 1 Haku Dora specifically.
But Tenpai for FZS now.
Should see the Haku come here.
And Riichi's for Riichi. Dora 2. But Ruriel immediately Tenpai's right afterwards, taking the 8-pin Kanchan.
8-pin Kanchan. So the 8-pin Kanchan is 2 left, for 1 left in the wall.
Very sneaky though, with the 5-pin in there. Pawn and 2 7-pins in FZS's hand, but FZS does manage to sumo the 5, so it was still 3 left, I believe.
Yeah, it was pretty lively. It was 3
So,
or 2.
yeah,
But
gets that Riichi Tsumo Dora 2, gets the dealer penalty from Reika, gets that extra 1,000 that Reika donated. So they are now only 6,700 away from third.
6-7 away from third, and in the battle for first, Nasty has a 13,900 gap.
Yeah, gonna be pretty rough for Ruriel. Needs a Hanuman Sumo or a Mangan direct hit.
And based on how Nasty's played up until now, I was actually looking at this the other day. I think Nasty has like the lowest deal-in rate in the league.
Oh,
Uh,
that's pretty good because he's played quite a lot of games.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just gonna quickly see if I can bring that up now. Yeah, he's at a 2.56% deal-in rate.
Wow.
Very low.
Well, maybe the 2.56% will happen this hand.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. So, does Ruriel's hand have a chance of getting to Hanuman Sumo? It's possible. These shapes are quite nice.
FZS, yeah. FZS with a Haku Anko and a Dora, so Riichi Tsumo Haku Dora would be enough to overtake Reika.
Do you want to go for this Ipeiko chance? No. Have to wonder
Keeps the max
if they've have to wonder if they've calculated and know if they have enough.
Would be awkward if they draw a 3-pin, let's say. Oh, really nice 6-0 draw there for Ruriel. Summon Ishan 10 is only Riichi Pinfu Dora. They can get a 4-man, they can pick up Tanyao, and then with some of the lucky hands. Oh,
There we go.
okay. Now we're cooking. Now they get an 8-0.
Yeah, this is
They
what I
get
was
a
just
6,
looking
7,
at.
8 Sanshoku.
Yeah, the 8-0 for a 6-7-8 Sanshoku. You can even no, but that was it. Yeah, I was looking before the 4-man was a bit different, but now the 4-man just helps that so much. And that 5-0.
I suppose God Draw puts Nasty in Ishan 10.
There is
Oh, unlucky backfire for FZS.
Nasty looking for just one more win, just to really
Oh, and that's Tenpai.
secure the lead. And it is Senpai on the 6-9 man.
Does Dama, doesn't want to Riichi and go into some battle with Ruriel. Lucky for FZS that 6-man fits into his hand. Is Ishan 10? So 6-9 man is 3 in the wall.
Senpai for Ariel.
Oh, and now we'll wonder what Nasty's going to do. 9-man is Genbutsu against the Ruriel, and Reika immediately deals into Nasty's Pinfu Dora. So nice Dharma there from Nasty,
Nice
shutting
Dharma.
down Ruriel's Riichi.
Yeah, just widening the gap by an extra 4 and a bit thousand points helps that a lot. Now Rariel is almost 20,000 behind. Which makes, what, Baimon Sumo?
Yeah, gonna be pretty rough. But Nasty just wants to keep going. Look at this hand. 2 Arca, really, really good shapes.
Yep, 2 Arca, Dora's already safe within the hand. Nasty can just keep going. Yeah, Oishinare is in need of the points. And prophetic words from Anwazal in the chat earlier towards this saying, if Nasty goes on a dealer run again, he's shaping up to do that right now.
Yeah, SSS's hand isn't that bad.
No,
Probably...
Forster would be
Ooh,
great.
with that 4-pin, you can go for that 3-4-5 Sanshoku. See if they go for the max efficiency by dropping 3-5 so, but yeah, I like the 9-pin drop. Going for some sort of Tanya Sanshoku.
Yeah, you might as well try and salvage what points you can. Every bit helps. Even though you probably have enough to just get third with the easier weight, might as well try and pick up some extra points while you're at it. And Nasty's steaming along here.
I think if he went for the normal hand, like if he got a 9, so Riichi Sumo Pyunfu might not be enough. Oh, but that's Tenpai for... Well, Rariel's waiting on the Hatsu 4, so... But Tenpai also for FZS. Riichi's through the 3, so waiting on the 5-8, so for Riichi Tan Yao. So 2,600 plus 1-3, or 2,000... Yeah, 1-3 in the middle. Would not be enough? Doesn't matter because Rariel the Hatsumos on the Hatsu. Just a great summary of FZS's game right there.
Not much you can do with FZ in this game. The flow from Rariel and Nasty was just far too good. Nasty securing the victory for Ishikanari. Rariel picking up a second for Tile Dreaming. Raker in third for Tanya Sensation, and FZS in last for Crimson Wanderers. And long game, all things considered. Over an hour long.
Yeah, let me just...
Yeah,
I think both games finished at about the same time.
Yeah, and Nasty's happy for an interview. And he's in here. Well, congratulations, first of all.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, any what are your immediate thoughts on the Hanchan? Have you got any?
Yeah, it was good. I had a bit of a scare from Rariel, but other than that, I managed to draw the Aka 5-man, the Kanchan Aka 5-man, which widened my lead, and eventually
The Aka 5-man one. This was right towards the end, wasn't it? No? Am I misremembering?
Not quite sure which one.
It was not this one. Yeah, no, it was. Yeah, you managed to hold off Rariel. Yeah.
Yes, I think it was that one. The one where he drew the Kanchan Aka 5-man for Tenpai. Just the one that you're just looking at now.
Oh, this one. Oh, right, but true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, no, it was great. You just always seem to draw into all your Kanjans throughout this Hanjan, it seemed like.
Yeah, I think this was oh yeah, there was another one I think I drew into a Kanchan, but I can't seem to remember.
Yeah, I think there were a few. I think that mostly what dictated this Hanchan, you had like decent starting hands, but then like somewhere between like the middle game, you end up drawing a lot of your bad shapes, and you're ending up with good shapes at the end, and good valued hands.
Yeah, it's yeah, I guess it's just part of the tiles. I can't dictate where the tiles come, so
Yeah.
just lucky.
Yeah, I think when I guess yeah, apart from most of the game, I guess the more interesting part was towards like the South 3 and South 4, where like you said, Rerial did give you a bit of a scare. Um, I think South 3 was the South 3-1 was the Dharma, or South 4-0.
Yeah, South 4-0 was the Dharma
Yeah.
here on the 6-9 one. Yeah. Like, obviously your team is, not quite safe in terms of points yet, but you're feeling more comfortable with the lead here and you don't want to really feed into Rerial at all. So the Dharma just feels a bit more, safer, I guess.
Yeah, and also in the South 3 round where I done it on the the Pen 7 pin, and then I took a 1,300 point hand there. Yeah, that was also part of it as well. Like I think I had about a 13,600 lead.
This one, yeah.
Yeah, around a 13,000. No, not really. 10,000, 11,000 lead. Yeah, like I mean, I just took the Dharma here because I wanted to get rid of FZS's dealership and then
Yeah.
just move into South 3, South 4.
Yeah, I think we commented on like turn 6 when you dropped the live South. You didn't have any plans on going for some sort of Honetsu, just wanted to just end the hand as quickly as possible.
Yeah, exactly. Like when I have a lead, I'm just gonna try to make as fast of a hand. Cheap doesn't matter. Cheap, expensive doesn't matter. Just moved around along.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good summary of like these kinds of games where you get off to a good lead for like 2/3, 3/4 of the Hanchan, and then the last quarter is just being able to defend that lead, which is exactly what you did.
Yep. And also that was the decision going for the Dharma as well, against when Rerial Riichi'd.
In South 4-0, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in South 4-0. Like, I think at this point I had about a 13,000 plus lead. And then I wanted to get to 18,000 because if you get above 18,000, you're pretty much like
Yeah.
safe from second at like pretty much they can't do anything. So yeah, so I think this was like a 3,900 or a 8,000. Oh no, I was dealer, so it'll be a 5,800 hand. So yeah.
Yeah, if you went on the 6-man, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then obviously once Rerial Riichi and then I saw the 9-1 and it's this guys, I thought this was going to be a pretty easy win for you, and it immediately came out right afterwards.
Yeah, that was just a little bit lucky. But if the 9-1 didn't come out, I'll just fold here.
Yeah,
Naturally.
makes sense. Because a Mangan Sumo would not overtake you, I don't believe.
No, it wouldn't overtake me here.
No, it would not. No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got nothing else to add.
No, yeah, it was just solid play by you. You took the early lead and you managed the rest of the Hanchan like very well. Pleasure to watch as always, pretty much with your games, Nasty.
Thanks so much, Reggie.
Yeah, and he didn't deal in a single time this Hanchan, right? So that 2.38% deal in rate should go even lower.
Yeah, it's been very well played. Congratulations on the win again.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Thanks for joining us, Nasty.
Thank you.
Yeah, have a good night.
Bye.
Alrighty, and with that, we'll come to an end of this week. If the scores are put in, which they are, obviously we're missing one game from earlier. Not much we can do about that. In terms of the other games, we had a win from Ekusok in game 2. Sean Pond. Rachel was in the chat here saying that game went to 18 hands. Was about as long as ours, if not longer. I think.
Yeah,
ours was
I think
18.
both games
Yeah.
basically finished at the same time. I think ours one was probably less, but we had a lot of hands go into like third row and Ryukoku.
Yeah. And so big win for Sean Pond there. And in the first table for Riichi things, I've forgotten to move the scene again. I'm terrible. Oh my god. In the first table for Riichi things, I set with another big victory. Back to back for Riichi fingers, just extending that lead out even further.
What's new?
Yeah, no, great showing from a set tonight, and pretty much for the entire season up until now. And yeah, with that, at the end of tonight, yeah, Riichi is almost up to 700 points here. Over Tanya Sensation. Tal Dreaming's gotten back into third. Yeah, Crimson Wanderer slipping down to fourth. And other than that, Oishikanare all the way up into seventh. And yeah, I mean, as pointed out, if I bring up the standings chart here, you can see that, at one point.
Yeah, look at Oishikanare down at, like, what's that?
Far bottom. Literally negative 300, it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
And
just zoom straight up, all the way back up. Amazing to see. So with 2 weeks left, the cutoff now sitting at about negative 60. Is more than achievable for, every team with 10 Hanchans left to play. Obviously, I think they didn't play 10. They play like 8 or 7.
No, I believe every team plays 30 Hanchans, and we have like 36
okay.
or something.
Got it, yeah. So, still time. Still time to make up any of these deficits, even for the FA agent, so keep at it.
Yep. But we're going to start seeing in these last 2 weeks some really aggressive plays from the teams below the cutoff.
Yeah, you need to push for this first. Like, you can't... If you're falling into seconds and stuff, it's just not going to be enough. You need to really start to reel in the gaps. And yeah, apart from that, that'll be us for tonight. So we need to reschedule the other game. I imagine it'll probably just get tacked on to the end of the season.
Yeah, we might see if we can add it onto a Saturday.
Yeah, it'll be either or.
We'll figure it out. Have a chat with the other organizers and all the teams.
Cheese will keep you up to date. But yeah, apart from that, thanks for hanging out. Good to see everyone in stream. Thanks for the games.